What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we're doing the Nightfall. Yes, yesterday we got a surprise visit from challenge mode in Wrath of the Machine, but as I was getting online I was trying to decide, do I want to go ahead and do challenge mode? Do I want to go ahead and do the Nightfall? And I decided that I wanted to do my Nightfall videos yesterday. So we went in, it was Devil, it was Yagami, and it was I, and we're going to tackle the Abomination Heist Nightfall. And I'm actually kind of surprised that it's taken this long in the Rise of Iron for the Abomination Heist to be the Nightfall, because it's basically a new strike. Even if it's only a remastered strike, it's essentially new in the Rise of Iron. Now, there's not a whole lot different. Phogoth still is pretty much Phogoth, but there are little nuances that are different, like this area right here where you're riding on a tomb ship. So this week's Nightfall, you know, it's Phogoth, we're familiar with him, but it's a little bit different and it's a little bit tricky if you're not prepared. This final battle can be a little bit tricky, not on the level of the Shield Brothers with Solar Burn, but it definitely can be tricky and you can get overwhelmed if you're with teammates and you're really not paying attention or focusing at all. In fact, one of our runs, whenever we were going in there, we were like, wow, we are just getting absolutely wrecked by the ads, because that's what's going to kill you. 99% of the time in Destiny, the ads are what's going to kill you, and this week, you'll die because it's Arc Burn, and that's why we're rocking out this Zalo Supercell. So with the Arc Burn, there are going to be thralls that are rushing you and they will kill you instantly, and there are going to be Boomer Knights which are going to shoot you and one-hit kill you as well. So just please watch out for that. Make sure that you're stopping your damage on Phogoth and you're turning around and going ahead and killing the ads. Also, those cannons deal a ton of damage. So what I was saying in the beginning was, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get the cannon that's right there, and then we're going to rush the ads that are going to come out. After that, then we can start focusing on Phogoth again, or the Abomination. We're going to call him Phogoth for the rest of this video. But focusing on the ads, and then worrying about dealing damage to Phogoth is going to be your best bet. Please, clear out all of those Boomer Knights, or they are absolutely going to wreck you. Like I said, it's Arc Burn, so we're rocking out the Zalo Supercell in our primary slot, but we also have Specialist. So if you have an Arc Sniper Rifle, you're absolutely going to destroy Phogoth. So I'm using the Devil's Dawn Sniper Rifle. It does have an arc roll on it, and it's got that extra high impact here. And I'm doing something like 74 or 75,000 damage whenever I hit Phogoth in the belly. I've never really liked Phogoth's critical hit spot. It sits there right in the belly, but for some reason, sometimes it just feels really difficult to go ahead and hit. So we've got Arc Burn, we've got Specialist, we've also got Juggler on. So with Juggler, make sure you at least swap your weapons a little bit so you can have ammo, because if you're shooting all with your Zalo Supercell the entire time, you're soon going to find that you have no Zalo Supercell energy at all. So just swap around a little bit. Finally, for our last modifier slot, we have Airborne on. So with Airborne, you deal more damage when you're in the air. So any chance that you get, try to be in the air when you're dealing damage. That's what I was just doing with that cannon right there. I was making sure to do my shot and my release after charging it all the way up in the air so I could deal out that additional damage. It's free damage, why the heck not? And yeah, Sniper Flinch is for real there. Even on the area of effect blast that was hitting that rock, it was still making me flinch. Absolutely crazy. Now I know you can't hear our commentary in this video, but trust me whenever I say that we were definitely communicating and mentioning, hey, stop shooting Phogoth, focus on the ads, focus on the ads. It is so vital and so important in this battle, because you're in a relatively confined area. If you're not focusing and stopping and taking care of these ads, you're gonna get wrecked. Those Knights are no joke, I'm not kidding you. Those Knights are no joke. And then we've got these Scorch Cannon Knights, and then we've got the Thralls that come out and run and punch at you with an arc melee. Trust me, you're gonna get wrecked if you're not focusing on the ads. You just need to. It's one of those things where, yes, you can destroy Phogoth very quickly, but if you just focus on that and you don't get there, if you don't get home with the Arc Burn and with your sniper rifles and whatever it is that you're shooting at Phogoth with, you're then going to find yourself instantly dead, because just a swarm of enemies that are coming after you. Now it's a shame, we thought about actually going in with the 4th Horseman and some weapons bubbles and some tethers and just taking him down really quickly in the beginning, but unfortunately my 4th Horseman was 380, even though I could have bumped it up to 400 if I really wanted to. Devil and Yagami didn't have 4th Horseman though, so we really couldn't do that strategy. I imagine you probably could though. because we have definitely had arc burn and specialist modifiers before and taken the 4th Horseman into battle and wrecked Nightfall bosses with it. It is a ton of fun. It deals a ton of damage. It's dealing less damage than it used to in the past, but I imagine it probably could still work if you're just looking for something that would be a little bit of fun this week. Feel free to pull out your 4th Horseman. It's not like you get a lot of use out of that thing anyway, but feel free to pull it out and give it a shot at least. Give it a couple runs, see if it looks like it has any potential to do the killing, because these sniper rifles were dealing a lot of damage. It didn't take a lot of shots to take him down whenever we were using arc and specialist together, so put it to your advantage. As far as our loot goes, because that's what we're here for right now. Starting off, okay, Devil got some 399 boots, I got a Sparrow, and Yagami ended up getting a 400 primary weapon, so there you go. So I got a Sparrow, and I got some 3 of coins, though I'm pretty upset with the Sparrow because I've got all the Sparrows. Every Sparrow you can get, I already have here, and I didn't even get one of the elemental ones, so it feels like even more insult to injury, and whenever I go ahead and dismantle this, I get absolutely nothing. I really wish I got an emote instead. An emote I could have dealt with. The Sparrow was just completely wasted, though I guess I did get some 3 of coins. Moving on to our Titan. For our Titan and Nightfall number 2, what are we going to get for some rewards? Alright, there are the exotic drops. There are some exotic drops. So Devil, 398 gloves, 400 feedback fences for the Titan, and Yagami ended up getting a 400 Graviton forfeit. So 2 400 exotics, even though my exotic, those gloves are not seen and not worn all that often. For our final one with my Warlock, after some decisions back and forth, I was like, should I, shouldn't I? I decided to go ahead and pop a skeleton key, and I did end up getting the Hunter gloves, so the Mongrel Ogre's Grasps. There's nothing really crazy about them aside from the way that they look, but we're going to get to that in just a second. We've got to first see our Nightfall rewards for our Warlock, and for our final Nightfall of the week, our Warlock ends up not getting an exotic, but Devil did get an exotic, a Monte Carlo. I got a 400 rocket launcher, and Yagami, he got a Sparrow. He got a Sparrow and some strange coins. I'm going to go ahead and show you the Mongrel Ogre's Grasps that we ended up getting. They are specific, obviously, for the Hunter, so I can't exactly see a preview of them, but the roll isn't that bad. The actual stat roll, it's not that bad. 37-39, not a terrible stat roll. So I'll go ahead and put it on my Hunter. I've got another pair, but the stat roll was really, really bad on that one. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Nightfall, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Abomination is Phogoth. Period. Just Phogoth. Period. #Phogoth.